Right, so I'm back with another episode of Top 5 Mods, a weekly series where I still look at mods. PlayStation 4 mods have been listed on Bethesda.net, meaning that PS4 users should soon be able to experience modding. So we are more ready than ever to dive straight into the mods. After this little disclaimer that I'm slightly sick right now, which you might be able to hear, but the show must go on. So yeah, the season has changed once more. No more winter, it's summer right now, I think. The seasons are just changing rapidly. It's probably got something to do with global warming. Anyways, my outfit fits in a bit better right now, and speaking of outfits, at number 5 we've got Wasteland Wayfarers, Rag's outfit from Bethesda Concept, which adds in a brand spanking new tattered Wasteland outfit. In order to get your hands on this outfit though, you have to go to Diamond City first and get some assets removed. But once you stop bleeding all over the place, you're ready to go clothes shopping for the latest Wasteland fashion. So this mod adds in a tattered rag outfit for females only. Every now and again I do show off some female outfits if I think they actually look good. Most of them on the Nexus look pretty ridiculous. But this one looks pretty good. It's based off some old concept art, so it gives you a hood, a little rope belt with a pouch, a crotch flap, and some boots. All with a beige, red, and white color scheme. I mean, no shin protection, or any protection of any kind really, but at least you'll die stylishly. In my case, I fell off my roller coaster and died, all due to the lack of shin protection. But when I wore back in time, I was half black again, which I think might be a byproduct of the operation. Anyways, if you're looking for a stylish Wasteland outfit that fits right into the Fallout world, then this might be the mod for you. Well, now that we've got some new clothes, it's time to go get a gun. So at number 4 we've got the 223 Revolver Redux, which adds in a rather big revolver that also has the fire 223. I mean, who would have guessed with that name? So to get your hands on this revolver, you actually have to do a lot of things. You'll first have to chip away at the eyesore off in the distance with your beefed up Watzz Gauss rifle. Now this will lower the structural integrity of the mountains, so then you gotta get in just a tiny bit closer with your fully automatic MRF launcher and just flatten the entire place. Now once you've regained your eyesight, you need to head on over to Diamond City and listen to Trump's campaign speech, since he doesn't really have much of an audience there. Once he's done, you gotta talk to him and he'll task you with assassinating Hillary Clinton for exactly $8,737,540,000 US, which in today's economy really isn't that much anymore.
I can do that.
That would be a very good thing.
But you make your way over to Good Neighbor anyway, where Hillary is also holding a campaign speech. And then you just casually assassinate her head with your Watzz Gauss rifle. Now once you return to Donald, you'll receive your $8,737,540,000 US.
Thank you, darling. You did a fantastic job.
It was easy.
Amazing. I'm endorsing you.
Then all that remains is just assassinating Donald as well with your slightly beefed up fat man. Because we all know that only Preston can and will make the Commonwealth great again. Mainly by having you do all the hard work, but that's besides the point. Anyways, you'll have to take care of the Broman off on the right because you can't leave any eyewitnesses. The revolver will be on Donald's body. So this is a pretty girthy little revolver that's decently customizable. You can change the receiver, strap a bigger barrel to it, change the grip, put a really big scope on top, go for a different muzzle, and add a funky paint job. So I went for one extra large supersized revolver with a flames paint job and one regular sized supersized revolver with a gunner's paint job. Overall this thing looks pretty okay and the reloading animation fits in. The only downside is that this thing still is not extremely powerful with the 223, nor does it shoot extremely fast, which turned out to be a bit of an issue when I had to eliminate some more eyewitnesses. Anyways, once you've taken care of all those eyewitnesses and fulfilled all of Preston's campaign promises, it's time to call it a day and head on home. The only problem is that I just sort of nuked my home from orbit. So it's time to go find a new apartment, and what better than apartment 161, which is located at Cambridge, a bit north of Diamond City. So you go there and you enter the apartment. Now as soon as you open the second door, you can see the beautiful lighting this place has, all coming from the gigantic window off on the right. Off on the right you've also got a little living room section with a couch, a TV, an aquarium, and a cigar smoking teddy bear there to keep you company. If you continue along you can admire as well as get blinded by the sunshine coming from the very big working window. Right next to which you've got a very big, lovely bed. Opposite of that there is a little office section with a mattress for your dog, some bobbleheads, a fat man, just in case things go south, and a stylish filled desk with a terminal. You've also got a kitchen area with a bar sign as well as a piece of perfectly preserved pie. Upstairs from that you've got a pool table along with a jukebox, and the other upstairs area has a little fountain and 2 rooms. The left room contains a small workshop and the right room contains a very interesting bathroom. I'm not sure what's been done to that mannequin. I'm also not sure whether or not I actually want to know. But overall, this house is extremely stylish and atmospheric. It's got some very beautiful lighting that really sets the mood. I was inspired by the New Vegas casino interiors. So it's also got some Mr. House fan art and a little slot machine. And if all of that still is not good enough for you, this place also has a working day and night cycle. Pretty much the only thing I can fault this place for is having an invisible force field right next to the curtains. But yeah, I could definitely see myself living here. That is, if no weird things were to happen, like a bunch of Raider kids showing up to go play on my slot machine, or if Preston's Secret Service were to find out this location. Yeah, Preston is currently trying to tie up some loose ends, and I'm pretty sure I'm one of them. But speaking of loose ends, at number 2 this week I was going to feature true 3D sounds for headphones, which is a mod that is supposed to immersify you into the game by offering more realistic 3D sounds using HRTF, which is short for head-related transfer function, with magnitude changes and phase shifts of sound frequencies and all that fun stuff. Anyways, I tried out this mod and honestly, I could not hear a goddamn difference, no matter how hard I tried. Although I might be slightly deaf since that bottle cap mine incident. What I did notice though is that you get audio pops if you spin around too quickly. But if you like audio mods and you're not deaf like me, you might want to give this mod a look, or a hear, to see or hear if you can spot the difference, or hear it. This is getting confusing. But instead at number 2 this week, we're going to recruit a brand spanking new companion, Vault Buddy Follower, just in time for next year's Halloween. So you first make your way over to an abandoned house south of Bunker Hill with some Halloween decoration, just already primed for next year. Then you venture on inside. Now once I was there, I noticed that this place was just slightly creepy. Anyways, I made my way upstairs and it started getting kind of spooky. Then a bit more spooky.
I just want to play. Will you play with me? Please be my friend.
And then I got slightly startled. It was this point I started wondering why I actually wanted a creepy, life-size Vault Buddy doll as a companion, but I continued on anyway. I then saw him sitting on a sofa, only that wasn't actually him. The real one was off on the left. Now he's not very talkative, but I asked him very nicely whether or not he wanted to follow me and he agreed. I then tried to terminate our companionship prematurely. But it kinda backfired because he seems to be invulnerable. So I then casually exited the house and nuked the place from orbit. Just to be sure. But speaking of creepy things, at number 1 this week we've got Maxwells World, which is a quest mod that will take you to a brand spanking new theme park that is called Maxwells World. Now this theme park is a bit darker than Nuka World and it's also slightly creepier. Anyways, this mod adds in a distress call which will lead you to a bunker just southwest of Natick Banks. In there you'll find Gil, who threatens you with imaginary turrets. Now she'll ask you to rescue her sister Jenna from Maxwell's World, which is supposedly haunted. So obviously you agree to take the job because you want to get as far away from Vault Buddy's charred remains as possible. Now you can get to Maxwell's World in one of 3 ways. You can walk there, you can take the train, or you can take a haunted bus. So obviously you go for the latter. One slightly creepy ghost bus ride later, you'll arrive at Maxwell's World. The very first thing you'll notice is that this is, in fact, Maxwell's World. It's kind of hard to miss what's with the gigantic sign out front. The second thing you'll notice is the big body pit, and the third thing you'll notice is that this entire place is filled with creepy clown ghouls that will try and kill you. So you make your way down Main Street and you'll find 2 people getting attacked by skeletons. But they seem to be able to handle themselves quite well, so you decide not to interfere too much. Oh, and you also got these 2 very nice talking robots.
We've got what you need. Cotton candy and hot dogs to heal you? Go ahead and buy some. Take some. It's free, no cost, no need to buy. Just shove this food into your stupid fucking face, you giant goddamned asshole.
And those guns are fucking shit like you. You need better guns. Why not have Captain Cosmos' ray gun?
Let's see what you got.
That's the spirit. You're not a complete retard.
Now because these robots are so nice, you decide to buy some cursed cotton candy as well as cursed weaponry. and then make your way inside. One of these two people is Jenna, who came here to hunt for treasure, and the other one is Wallace. He's a Brotherhood of Steel member that is part of a purge squad that came here to acquire technology.
The last 5 people who came in here were revealed to be not real, a murderous animatronic, and a bunch of mutated pigeons in a coat that actually ate my laser rifle.
So they are both companions, and you can have one of them follow you around at any given point to explore the park and complete tasks in the park. Your main goal is pretty much to just get the fuck out of there. The first thing on the list though is restoring power. So you go outside and you meet Mr. Maxwell himself, who seems like a very reasonable man. Well, aside from the fact that he's trapping you inside this haunted theme park and the fact that he's actively trying to kill you, but before you can ask about that, he disappears on you. You then restore power to the park and accidentally release the Presence, which is an entity that tries to kill you. You then decide that it might be a good idea to exit the building before it blows up. Now with the power restored, you can power one section of the park at a time. So this will lighten the place up a bit. The only downside is that with that power enabled, you increase the chance of the Presence trying to ruin your day. With that in mind, I explored around the park for a bit. I had an encounter with Vault Buddy's slightly less creepy brother and proceeded to murder him. And I also had a flashback on a bridge, which was slightly creepy. Then I ran into the Presence, which tried to murder me with a kiddie coaster. So I took it down with my ray gun and my clown rocket launcher. And it was at this point that I decided I had seen enough of Maxwell's World. So I just nuked the place from orbit. Which is definitely the answer to all of life's issues. But yeah, this mod has some phenomenal voice acting.
Give us a bit, you impatient shitwit.
Great creepy scripted sequences, and the park itself is really beautiful. It is definitely a top quality mod that you want to try out for yourself. And I officially added it to my list of quest mods that I'll get around to doing eventually. Well, that was it for the top 5, but as always, we've also got a bonus mod. So this week we've got the Grin Armor, which adds in a pretty sleek looking black outfit for you to wear. The only thing is that you can't admire it for too long because there's a Deathclaw running towards you, which you're gonna have to fight. Okay, scratch that, 2 Deathclaws. Anyways, once you've dealt with this situation and you put your intestines back inside where they belong, you can look at the nice black outfit. So you get a hood, a white mask, some shoulder pieces, and a coat. The only thing that's lacking is proper shin protection. But this outfit should suit you rather well for your adventure in Maxwell's World. Anyways, that was it for this week's match. Yet again, some very solid mods in there. Is Vault Buddy truly dead? Will Preston ever get re-elected? And will the Secret Service find me? Find out potentially next week, so until then. So yeah, there's that little section at the very end where I ramble on about things. I actually almost forgot about this section, but then I remembered I'm supposed to do one of these sections, because I do know that everybody always listens to this section right here. I'm assured. But anyways, I don't actually have a lot to ramble on about here, so as I mentioned, I'm slightly sick right now, but at least that deepens your voice, which makes me feel good about myself, you know, it makes me feel more manly. But anyways, watch the video in the bottom left corner, and also remember to like the video, as well as subscribe, you know, if you haven't done that already, it's very important that you subscribe to this channel, or else I will send Vault Buddy after you, and he doesn't mess around. But anyways, until next time.